Aquarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Aquarius. What is going on? The overall energy for the reading, the Nine of Cups, not of Pentacles. There's a sense of internal happiness that comes with this one, an internal, like, oh my god, I feel fucking amazing. But it's not tied up to something outside of you. It's something you feel just cause, you know. In the recent past, the Fool, the Emperor, the Ten of Cups. Okay, there's a complete openness to another energy here, and it seems to be freaking amazing. There seems to be happiness there. There seems to be all sorts of good things in there. Now, in the current situation, the Empress, the Ten of Swords, the Moon. There's an apparent shutdown. I can't tell on which side. Your side or the other side, the other energy you're dealing with. It's all so cryptic here with this moon. It's not even funny. It wants to show up as secretive, but it's not really. I don't think it's something that. Well, I think this would definitely be felt, even if it's not. Let's say you and me are friends, and I shut down to this friendship, and I'm not telling you anything, you know, about it. I would know. You would definitely know too, though. Even if I didn't tell you. So, I just see a shutdown. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's, I don't know, but it's secretive. It's so fucking, I don't know. In the immediate future, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Is it a burnout of some sort? Where it's like, it has nothing to do with the person, but it affects the person too. Okay, so it could be that I am doing something in other aspects of my life that it exhausted the shit out of me, and I just don't have availability for you as a friend. So I shut down to you. But it has nothing to do with you. Maybe that's why the moon is here. Because then I see some time passing, and then whoever this is definitely is taking a little bit of time for themselves, and then they get back on that horse. It's like, okay, I'm back, you know. So I think it's a matter of availability, but it's kind of sudden. It's like, so it almost looks like a burnout from something else. Okay, that affects, you know, other stuff, important stuff. Okay, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Nine of Cups. No, it's a lie. It's somebody's freaking lying here. I don't think on purpose though. Oh man. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Five of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords. Yeah, oh, that's why it's showing up like a lie. Because on the surface, it still shows up as everything's good here. You know. Again, if we were friends, and I would feel the disconnection, you would feel the disconnection, but I showed up as if, what disconnection? Nothing happened here. We're fine. Everything's awesome here. Then you would kind of somehow, even if we didn't talk about it, somehow called me a liar because you feel the disconnection. So, yeah, I think it's you. I think it's you that's trying to show up in a situation in which you say everything's fine, because I feel like you're trying to believe that. But in all actuality, you don't have a lot to give here. And I don't think it's because of the situation. I think it's because of something else. Something that's draining you from someplace else. Emotionally. So, let me do the Fool in the recent past. The Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Page of Swords. As you were starting to open up to this situation that seems to be super, super, super meaningful and important to you, and you wanted to open up with everything you had, at that moment in time, As you started opening up to this, you didn't have everything with you in one place. You were coming from quite the experience there. You were trying to pull yourself back together from something else. So realistically speaking, I do see you opening up to this, but not as your energy wanted to. Like, wow, let's do this. No, more like, hi, Aquarius here, nice to meet you. You know, so almost shy in comparison to the energy I'm seeing there. But it kind of made sense because again, I'm seeing you kind of dragging your feet from another experience that maybe drained you. I don't know. For the Emperor, you get in the recent past, you get the Nine of Swords, the World card, the Seven of Cups. It's because the chapter you were leaving behind intertwined with the chapter you were entering, the new chapter. So they started overlapping. This wasn't done yet, and this begun. This was just beginning. So it feels at some point that you recognize that no matter how your energy is excited for this brand new chapter, you still need to be fair to the chapter that's closing off and close it off, basically, completely before you can 100% show up in the new chapter, you know? Oh, man. What are you guys doing back there? And I didn't even fill up your feeders today. For the Ten of Cups, you get the Empress, the Death card, the Chariot. Yeah, but then that overlap kind of, you know, started dissipating. This energy that you were leaving behind definitely closed off for you, which left you completely open to this new chapter, in which I see you jumping in and feeling like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, you know? So, okay. Cool. Let me do the Empress in the current situation. You get the Seven of Swords, the Devil, the Ace of Cups. What's pulling at your energy? I don't understand. It's from someplace else. I don't think it's this. I don't think it's this. Because you're trying to not let that interfere with this. So it's like, okay, in our friendship, which I come in and show up disconnected completely. Let's say I have something else going on in my life that's not the greatest. It's ew. It's ew. I don't even want to deal with it, but I am, because I need to heal through that. And I'm trying my best to not let that experience influence me in my friendship with you. Right? That's what you're doing here. Something is going on. Something is pulling at your energy in a pretty ick way. And you're like, I gotta give my best to what I got here, because this is good. Well, that's not good, and I'm trying to resolve that, like separate, and not trying to bring that with. But you are. No matter how much you're trying to kind of differentiate between the two of them, you are, without meaning to, you are bringing some of the ick into the good times here. Which, ultimately, when you do realize that, hey, I'm transferring some of that energy here, you're almost not going to want to transfer it onto the person that you're dealing with here. So that's why the shutdown, where you look like you're creating some sort of barrier, almost, which ultimately makes you look disconnected from this whole experience. Which I don't think that's the plan, but that's kind of how it looks. It's your way of trying to protect whoever this is from the ick that's kind of transferring through you. For the Ten of Swords, you get the Eight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Three of Cups. Again, I see you having great intentions here. You're trying to protect this dynamic, this connection that looks freaking amazing, but I don't know how good it's, how it's working out. Because I see a lot of complication and a lot of disconnection, ultimately. Which does make it look like you're trying to hide something, not intentionally, but that's how it's going to show up. Oh man, let me do the Moon. For the Moon, you get the Hangman, the Moon, the Judgment card. I think you're just trying to do the best thing that you can think of, even in the moment, as things kind of progress here. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with when it comes to whatever is pulling at your energy right now, whatever that unhealthy aspect is, because there's an unhealthy aspect to whatever that is. I can see why you're trying to not bring it into this dynamic, because this dynamic feels like the best thing in the world for you. So you're trying not to bring the dirt over it. I'm not sure, you know how sometimes we think we're protecting the ones we care about by not doing this, that, and the other. And a lot of the times that actually blows up in our faces, because it's like, who the fuck are we to protect this, that, and the other from what we think they need protection from? You know what I mean? So I think ultimately, instead of creating all these extras energies that don't even belong to the situation, why not be honest about what's going on? You know? I think in your, I get where you're coming from, that in your mind you're thinking that you're protecting something or someone here. But ultimately you might end up creating a bigger mess than what the situation needs. It might just need honesty. You know, and if this is a strong connection that I see that it is, with a little bit of honesty, I think things might actually change for the better, instead of going in the direction of completely disconnected here, you know? So, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you here. But sometimes when we think we're protecting something or someone from who knows what, we might actually create more damage than good. So, you know, it's really up to you how you want to go about things here. But if this is a good dynamic that you're part of, that's being influenced by something else that's not that good in your life, I think the best policy is honesty for this one. You know, that's my personal opinion. You're going to go ahead and do whatever feels right to you. But I am seeing how trying to protect something here, something or someone, might actually create more damage than good. So for the Seven of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Okay, things are starting to pick up a little bit here. Things are starting to look a whole lot better. I see you looking into some options, trying some new things, and then that opens up quite the nice energies moving forward. And then I see things being played in a direction that's way better than where they're at right now, even with the ick, the energy that is kind of pulling on you at this moment in time. This is more like an overall energy over your life, where things are starting to turn into a pretty good direction here. For the Queen of Pentacles, you get the Lovers, the Six of Wands, the Tower. And I see you standing up and putting yourself first, especially in this situation, this connection here that's looking to be fairly strong. And as you do that, what's coming back from you doing that, you know, the result of that is kind of mind-blowing to you. Could be in a good way. I don't know if it's in a good way or not. I'm just seeing you being shocked at what transpires here. If it's not in a good way, ultimately I feel like if you stand up in this situation and put yourself first and choose yourself first, I think it will honestly pull the truth out of this situation, this connection. Like, if you were to put yourself first and this connection would reject that, that means it's probably not as strong as you think it is. But if you were to stand up for yourself and this kind of takes this connection to from cloud 9 to cloud 99, then it's the right one. You know, I think that's the ultimate test for this connection, and for some reason you're applying it. You're like, I'm gonna test this out. You're not coming at it from the angle of I'm gonna test this out, but ultimately it does prove like a test for this connection. When you say, I'm putting myself first, I'm gonna do something through which I'm gonna show that I'm putting myself first, and that's gonna be the ultimate test for this connection. You know. I do see it in a positive light, what comes through, but definitely shocking. Like, oh my fucking God, what just happened? You know? For the Knight of Swords, you like dealing with overlapping energies here, don't you? In the past, there are 2 cycles that were overlapping. Right now, 2 energies that are overlapping, that are kind of running through your life, but kind of affecting one another. And then, generally speaking, you're taking things into a good direction overall. The test is coming through for this connection that you are implementing without realizing that you are. And then, for the Knight of Swords, the Sun, the Four of Cups, the Justice. This is, I think it's the part that didn't go so well, and now it's looking like things are looking up. Like they're not perfect. It's not looking like, oh my God, but you definitely see good things happening there more than bad things happening there in the situation that carried the nasty. So overall, things are starting to go in a really, really good direction for you. Okay, cool. I wonder if it's because you're applying honesty. But let's see what the universe has as a final advice. The 3 of Wands, the Lovers, the 8 of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely a we need to talk type of an energy that applies to this connection especially. So I feel like one way or another you're still going to open up about what's going on rather than keeping things or trying to keep things that you think might affect them or this connection in a negative way, you know. And again, you're doing it from trying to protect something or someone here that you deeply care about, but sometimes that complicates things. Bunny, little bunny, we got a little bunny. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.